Why was my best friend pretending she didn't know me? That was the exact thought in my head when I walked into school one Monday and my best friend of 3 years literally looked at me and walked past me like I was a stranger. At first, I thought she was joking because we mess with each other all the time. But then in class, she sat with different people, ignored my texts, and when I asked if she was okay, she just said, "I'm busy," in this cold voice I'd never heard before. I spent the whole day feeling sick because the night before we were literally on FaceTime, laughing for 2 hours and planning what we were wearing to school. Nothing had happened. At lunch, I walked over to her table and asked straight up, "Did I do something?" And one of the girls next to her gave me this weird look like she knew something. I didn't. My best friend just shrugged and said, "No, I just think we need space." Space? Out of nowhere, I went to the bathroom and cried because I was so confused. Then my phone buzzed. It was a screenshot from a random account with no name. It showed messages from me talking badly about my best friend, saying she was annoying and embarrassing and that I only hung out with her because I felt bad for her. My stomach dropped because I had never sent those messages in my life. But the profile picture on the screenshot was mine. The username looked like mine. Everything looked real. Suddenly, it made sense why she was acting weird. I texted her like crazy saying it was fake, but she left me on read. For 2 days, people kept looking at me weird, whispering, and my best friend wouldn't talk to me. I barely slept because I kept thinking, who would even do that? Then on Wednesday, one of my other friends came up to me and said, "You need to see this." She pulled me into the hallway and showed me another screenshot. But this time, something was off. The timestamps didn't match. The font looked weird. One of the messages had a spelling mistake I never make. Someone had faked the whole thing. We started figuring out who had first sent it around. And it led back to this girl in our class who had suddenly gotten super close to my best friend the same week. Turns out she'd made a fake account because she was jealous that my best friend always hung out with me instead of her. At lunch, my best friend came up to me with tears in her eyes and apologized because she'd believed it without asking me first. I wanted to forgive her right away, but the part that actually hurt wasn't the fake messages. It was how fast she dropped me without even hearing my side. And honestly, that hurt way more than the drama itself.